Hey, everybody. Thanks for jumping in late on a Thursday night. I know all you old bastards are up late at 9 o'clock. You're probably waiting to go to bed, which is cool. Thanks for joining me. I am down in the shop, in the studio. Got the baby monitor. Make sure the little man, he's up there sleeping. And my wife is out singing karaoke with her girlfriends that she has a choir with. So nothing like 20 professional singers rolling into the karaoke bar. Man, imagine having that. If you are listening to this in a later version, audio only, I am live on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm just trying to figure this live on Instagram out as well. I can't respond to anybody. I got my hands full operating all this shit. I'm just a knuckle dragger trying to figure this out, but having a good time doing it. Thanks, everybody, for joining. You're wondering what this is. This is one of two different types of episodes that I have within the format that I have within the show. It's going to be about 15 minutes long. I'm really excited to bring you this one. I call it On My Mind because that's what I'm going to be talking about, shit that's on my mind. And on opposite weeks, 60 to 90 minutes long. I got a guest or two on. The latest one posted is with Eric. Man, did we have a good time. God damn, we had a good time. Definitely check that out. Everything you need to know about the show is on the old website, brawpodcast.com. You can find links, sign up for the newsletter, everywhere you can listen. I do some blogging, which is a lot of fun. Check all that. It'd be cool. And in the show notes, there'll be links to the sponsors that help keep this project moving along. But I want to keep the intro short and sweet. All right. What am I doing? On my mind. It's me, this microphone, you all listening. Take what you want, leave the rest. I appreciate your time. Now, what I wanted to talk about tonight is there is a fad going around, the old carnivore diet, right? We've all probably heard some things about it, good, bad, indifferent. I just need to tell you, I am not a medical doctor. I'm going to tell you about my experience and what I encountered, good and bad. And you do whatever you want, because imagine that. You as a fucking adult taking responsibility and making your own decisions and not just listen to what I have to say. Oh, man, what a concept that is. All right, we're all different. We all go on our own path and journey, but I'm going to tell you about mine. So I wanted to do it for a long time, and I was looking at it, thinking about it, doing my thing, and did a bunch of research, talked to a lot of people. The biggest thing was meat only, right? And of course, we've been told all our life. I've been told all my life, you got to have this. You got to have this in your diet. You got to have this in your diet. This can only be your cholesterol should only be this much. And, again, imagine I do my own research. Oh, whew. Anyway, I did find out a lot of cool things. So one thing that I was concerned about was the cost, right? I mean, Jesus, you're going to eat ribeyes and shit the whole time, right? So I get talking to some people, and they were telling me that hamburger, just ground beef, was a staple because of the fat content. I was like, okay, that makes sense. And somebody also brought to my attention with cost is, look how much money you spend on fruits and vegetables and ice cream. That's mine. And other kind of things. Because what I found out, and I'll talk to you more about it as we go along, this diet for me is not what I eat. It's what I don't eat. But going back to the cost, so if you take all that out, it's really not that much more expensive. And then in me, what I was doing, I drive a truck all day. So I'm out on the road, and I'm not going to, I know better than to eat fucking McDonald's and Burger King and all that. I mean, that's just garbage, right? So I would sell myself on, I'll stop at the convenience store and get some beef jerky. Not the best, and some cashews or something, right? Not the best, but that'll hold me over till I get home. Well, you know what? Those Reese's Pieces look pretty good. That Snickers bar looks pretty good. So When I found out, death by 1,000 cuts, by the end of the week, I was having 7 or 8 fucking Snickers bars, right? Whoo, boy, does that add up financially and calorie count. But then I would eat out, right? I would have Jersey Mike's or Subway. I just couldn't do. But for some reason, I got hooked on Jersey Mike's. And we were going on vacation. I knew that when we came back from vacation, I was going to start the diet. So the last day I worked before vacation, I stopped at Jersey Mike's. I'm driving home. I look down while I'm eating, and I got a regular sub, double meat, of course, cookies, chips, and a Mountain Dew. And I went, holy, look at all this fucking garbage that I'm eating. No wonder I want to fall asleep when I get done eating it. So we go on vacation. We eat well. We're an all-inclusive resort, so we were eating pretty well. I enjoyed that. And I get back. We bought an eighth of a cow, put it in the freezer, start with the ground beef. Now, one thing that was very common in all the research I did was the first week you start eating nothing but meat. All right, now I started with ground beef, bacon, steak. What else was there? Yeah, that was about it. And then I would have eggs. So what I do is I put together a little box. I cook at night. I cook a pound of ground beef, and then I add something for flavor, or to kind of pop my taste buds. So bacon, a little bit of steak, lamb, something like that. And then I have 2 hard-boiled eggs. I put this in a little box. I get out of the gym about 7 o'clock. I have an egg and a little bit of the meat. I drop my car off. I get in my rig. My schedule is I get back to my car about 1 o'clock. It's about a 30-minute ride home for me. And during that 30 minutes, I eat the rest of that. So now from 7 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I've consumed almost 2 pounds of meat and 2 hard-boiled eggs. And then I will not eat anything else until 6:30. And when I first started, that was another pound of ground beef and 2 eggs broken up and mixed in together. First thing I realized was how good I slept. I usually slept pretty good. But now, since then, I sleep like a fucking rock. I'll go to bed at 10 o'clock, solidly sleep through the night, unless I got to pee, because you got to drink a lot of water. So I get up and have to pee once. Then my alarm will go off at 4:20. Bounce right out of bed. Not even no question about it. Roll right out of bed. Got all sorts of energy. Toward the end of the first week, it kind of made me uncomfortable how much energy that I had all day long. From 4:30 in the morning till about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Now, by 10 o'clock at night, that was like a light switch. Dink! I was gone. There's no talking to me. There's nothing, but then go to sleep. It was incredible how much energy, and I still have. I'm still going with it. But those are the pros that I found out real fast. The con was your body adjusting to eat nothing but protein. You can't, once you have something to eat, you cannot be more than 20 feet from the bathroom for the first week, because there ain't no holding that back. My bathroom is literally on the other side of the wall in my studio down here in the shop. And I'm sitting here typing away like the second day. I'm sitting here typing away. You feel your guts gurgle and bubble a little bit. You're like, all right, let me finish this paragraph I'm at. No. If I had to go up to the second floor, upstairs to the bathroom, I would have never made it. So just be aware, if you're going to do this, the first week, it's pretty uncomfortable going to the bathroom. By the second week, you're back right. I was back regular. So I don't have a problem with that. But my screen, speaking of the bathroom, my screen time is way down on my phone because I go to the bathroom like every other day or every third day. And when you sit down, you're done. Boop, done. It's amazing. So that was the first week. And within 3-4 days, I had zero inflammation. Now, if you don't know, back in 16, I had a spinal cord injury where it left no feeling in my legs from the waist down for a bit. I recovered. But since then, it's always been tight. It's always been inflamed. It's a little sore. And I always just kick it back. Hey, man, I had surgery on it, and that's the way it should be. Not anymore. My knees don't hurt. My back don't hurt. My elbows, my knuckles don't hurt. None of that hurts. I had inflammation in all those joints, and I just kicked it off of, hey, man, you're getting old, and this is what you do. But, oh, man, not anymore. Now, today I'm sore because I don't have any inflammation, and I kick my own ass in the gym. So that's brought back some soreness, but I'm cool with that part. And again, toward the end of the first week, beginning of the second week, I was in my living room probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, standing there wondering why the fuck I didn't need a nap. And I still get a little uncomfortable when I'm driving all day, or 6, 7 o'clock at night, or even now at 9 o'clock at night. I don't feel tired. I'm wide awake, and I haven't had anything. It's incredible. I'm very happy with it. So that was the first couple weeks in it. My staple, again, I'll consume probably 3 to 4 pounds of some type of meat every day. 4 to 6 eggs. Most of the time they're hard boiled. And I drink 2 to 3 liters of water. Now, to me, a con is that you have to prepare every single meal. There's no shortcut. And you have to cook every single time you eat. Like tonight, when I was cooking dinner for myself, of course, for our son, I cooked 2 big fat ribeyes, which I ate. And then I cooked 1.5 pounds of ground beef and just about 1 pound of turkey bacon, which I will consume tomorrow. The other thing that I figured out quickly, that I needed electrolytes of some kind. Through research, research, electrolytes are actually pretty simple. It's honey, salt, something else. So I found a very simple electrolyte powder. So I drink 3 liters of water a day. I take 1 liter during the day, and I make my electrolyte drink. Because what was happening is I was cramping really bad. I started to cramp. My calves started to cramp. My triceps started to cramp, which was kind of weird. And then I was getting these little low-brow headaches down along the base of my skull. Looked into it. Most people who were on the diet found that as well, and they added electrolytes and it went away. The first time I had electrolytes, within about 4 hours, I was good. Have been good since. Do I cheat on it? Depending on what you're considered cheating. We had a friend come over when I first started. We had a friend come over. She brought chocolate cake. You're goddamn right, I had a piece. I enjoyed her company. We love her very much, and I enjoyed having cake with her. A couple weeks in, 3 weeks in, I met a friend from out of town. We went to a nice restaurant. My meal was 100% protein, but you know that lava cake that has the malt filling in the middle? They offered that. I couldn't refuse. So I had some of that. And then most of the time in the afternoon, I enjoy an energy drink. There's a couple that I enjoy. Rockstar's one, and then First Form has one that I really like. So between all the meat that I eat during the day, the water, and then I have 1 energy drink per day. And I'm telling you, the inflammation was a huge thing for me. The energy is a huge thing for me. The sleep. Oh, shit, I almost forgot. I am down 22 pounds. I plateaued a couple weeks ago from weight loss, but my clothes are starting to fit differently. in places. They're tight in places they should be, and they're not tight in places they shouldn't be. So I'm really happy about that. My energy at the gym has not faded. It's actually increased. So for 7 weeks, I have not touched a vegetable, a carb. I had some ice cream the other night. Bread. I haven't had any bread, crackers, nothing like that. Now on this diet, I see people drinking milk and some cheese. So once in a while, I'll have some cheese. I'm not a milk drinker. I don't drink milk. So in conclusion, it's been 7 weeks. Like I see these videos, almost 8 weeks now. I see these videos online. People are like, I'm going to try it for a week. The fuck are you going to find out in a week? I can do anything for a week. So I'm like, no, I'm going to stick to this. And, I know I have good willpower. So now it's not even I've been sober 8 years. And it's almost to that point to where that's just what it is. This is what I eat. Do you eat crackers? No, I don't eat crackers. Do you drink booze? No, I don't drink booze. Do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. So it's getting to a habit almost. And do I plan on staying on it for a long time? Yes. Do I plan on it being a staple in my diet at this point? Yes. Will I go off it here and there? When I first started contemplating having it, I met a friend of mine. We played poker together. He was a really big dude. And I saw him months later at a poker game. And I walked in. I go, holy shit, dude. Man, did you get sick? You look, damn, dude, you dropped a ton of weight. And he goes, the carnivore diet. He goes, I dropped 107 pounds in 5 months. Incredible, right? And he goes, we got talking about it. One thing attracted to me was, he goes, I went to a convention for 4 days and I ate like a regular person. And when I got back, I just started the carnivore diet over again. And I was like, geez, I like that. And what I've come to realize, it's not what you eat, right? It's not that I'm just eating meat and eggs. It's what you don't eat. I got rid of the snacking. I got rid of spending $40 a day out on meals and snacks and junk food, which, that shit adds up financially and in your body. I have my yearly physical coming up in May. I'm excited to see what, my blood work and overall health is going to be like. I've heard people talk about cholesterol. Everybody nowadays says your cholesterol should be 120 or whatever the thing is. But I would be comfortable with my cholesterol around 350. That being, add to that my cognitive ability, what you would think. My cognitive ability, I don't know how else to say it, crazy. I can concentrate longer. I can just, it's not like I got a foggy brain. So that's my experience in 7 weeks. Again, try it if you want. I'm more than happy to answer questions, or you want to talk to me about my experience. Cool. Again, the same, I approach this when I talk to people is the same way I approach people when I talk to them about sobriety. Every person's journey path is different, right? So you got to find your own way. You got to take some personal responsibility and do your own research and come up with what works for you. What works for me ain't going to work for you. What works for you probably ain't going to work for me either. So you got to figure out what works for you. Just don't, and do some, Jesus Christ, I can't explain it. I can't tell you enough. Just look into it. There's groups on Facebook that are very helpful for me. I talked to other people that were on it. I even, during my research, I even looked at and listened to podcasts of people that are against it and why they were against it, which was extremely interesting to me. So it didn't resonate with me, but I'd like to hear both sides of the story. Imagine that. Have an open mind and listen to two sides of a story. Ooh. Anyway, a man can dream. A man can dream that people could do that. All right. I'm going to get you out of here because I know you got shit to do. I hope you enjoyed my little 20-minute rant about eating just protein and eggs and that kind of thing. And yeah, I cheat. I do. Like I said, my son's birthday, our son's birthday, did I have a piece of cake with him? You're goddamn right. And when my wife makes cookie dough during Christmas, and she'll make a bunch of cookie dough and freeze it. So when Valentine's Day comes, St. Patrick's Day comes, they make cookies, right? Because they just like making cookies. And when they made those, our son was look at me and go, "Dad, you're gonna have a cookie with me?" You're damn right I'm gonna. I'm not gonna sacrifice stuff like that because I control what I eat. Well, I'm controlling what I eat when I have a cookie with him. So it's kind of weird to say that. But 99% of the time, I'm consuming good stuff and not Snickers bars and Reese's Pieces. I miss you so much. Anyway, all right, I'll stop daydreaming. Get out of here. Go to bed. Get up in the morning. Do whatever you got to do. Keep kicking ass. Thank you again for joining me. You want to know anything? You want to ask questions? Feel free to reach out to me at B-Raw Podcast on Instagram, of course, YouTube, all that. I would love for you to subscribe. And in the show notes will be links to the sponsors that I have to help, me produce this. And most of this comes out of my pocket, but it's nice to support local business. I'm a big fan of that as well. All right, man. Thanks, everybody. And this always happens to me that I lose my mouse. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.